Welcome back to Holistic Developer. I'm hoping you're having a wonderful time. Today we're going to talk about my new computer. And I'll probably should give you a little bit of a background. Why did I get a new computer? So I've been a software developer for a very long time, or not as long as anybody else. I've been a developer for 8 years. And I first time started to code when I was 19, and I should preface that with a little bit more information, a little bit more context. That's when I decided to actually get into it. I did probably write a little bit of code here and there, maybe one sentence, but really not understanding it. Probably when I was 15, 17-ish, but when I was 19, that's when I decided to be a software developer, and I went to university to become a software engineer. And at that time, I got to university, I enrolled, and I kid you not, until then, I never had a computer. Never, ever. I didn't have a computer or a laptop or anything like that. So I got into computer science, and yeah, it was kind of challenging to be a developer trying to develop something and not having a computer. So the majority of time that I spent was at university, and that's where I was developing. And then my current husband, back then, my boyfriend, helped me build my first computer. That's when I built a very first computer from scratch, and I cannot tell you how happy and how fulfilled I was that I was able to, by myself, to build something, putting the things together and build something. And yeah, it was a pretty old, pretty slow computer, but it didn't matter. It was my first computer, and it was such a big accomplishment, such a big milestone for me. And that was the computer I used for a very long time. Fast forward to the time that I moved to United States. We moved here, obviously we had nothing at all, and we lived in an apartment with oh my God, I don't want to, I don't know if I should go into that level of details, but I got to, we were living with having plastic forks, plastic plates and so on. So from that, you can tell that we practically had nothing, but I still wanted a computer, and actually we bought a laptop, and the laptop that we got, we still use it. It's pretty good. The battery is not good. It doesn't work without being plugged in, but that's beside the point. It's still working. So we got a laptop. Actually, today we looked how much it was. I think it was, after taxes, with a discount, it was about $900. It was $872 or something like that, which was a major thing for us to spend so much money on a computer. But the reason I did that is because I wanted to work as a computer developer, as a computer scientist. I wanted to be a software developer. So I needed my tool or my gear to practice the skill. So that's why we got a computer, and obviously some other reasons like being able to communicate, use Skype or emails and so on, right? So that was my second computer. Then yeah, the next computer that I had, it was the computer I had at work, and it was super powerful. I really like it, but it was super heavy because it was a developer professional laptop, and it was super challenging to carry it around when I was going on business trips. And actually I was on a business trip in Finland, and my cousin came to visit me, and he's like, "You are a developer and you're using such an old computer?" And to give him credit, he was judging the computer based on the size and the way it looked, but the computer was last generation. It was really, really good. And actually, I still have that computer. I really liked it. The problem with that, it broke, and I got another computer. But while I was having that and traveling for work and carrying that laptop, I didn't like that. I like to travel light, and that's why I got another laptop. And the reason was that I needed something that is light and performant, and that is the laptop that I probably shared, or you've seen it in my recent videos that I'm using a lot. It's my favorite one. I still love it. And here is the reason why I decided to get another computer. As I started to do videos as I started to create content for my YouTube channel, I was editing on this laptop, and it was super slow and super time consuming. And actually the software that I'm using to edit the videos will crash multiple times because this computer was not powerful enough. This laptop was not powerful enough for video editing. So my husband, being an amazing husband as always, like saying, why not save time and get you a computer that is actually going to save you time and will save you the frustration. And he proposed to build me a computer. And that's what he did. He actually built me this amazing computer that I love, I really enjoy. And if on my previous laptop, on my Dell, editing a video was taking me 3 to 5 hours to edit, 1 hour to actually compress it. Doing the same thing on my current computer takes me probably 2 hours to edit, and about 4 minutes to compress. So it's exactly the same size of the video, right? So if we're talking about 10 minutes of video, compressing on my Dell laptop was taking an hour, let's say, and it takes 4 minutes on my current computer. So I'm really, really happy with that. It's really fast. It's really silent and so on. But don't take this information wrong that I don't like my Dell laptop anymore. I really like it when I go to different conferences, different meetups. I really like this one. I still use it. It's light, it's performant, and so on. I use my laptop. This laptop is super light, and that's what I'm using to present. So here you have, this is my gear that I'm using currently. Everything that was used to build this computer will be linked below. And the majority of it was built with the best interest in mind of my husband for the tasks that I have to do. We could have built more expensive computer with exactly the same output, or we could have spend less money and have something that will perform slower. I actually looked at how my husband built the computer. It took him probably a few weeks to build. He was building it after work, and he tried different things. Something didn't work. I believe initially he had one, it was a different motherboard, which he really liked, but there was a minor issue with it. My Bluetooth mouse didn't work. It was lagging for whatever reason. And because we were super busy and he didn't have time to investigate that, he could have solved it because he's a hardware guy, if you can guess from him building the computer for me. But he didn't have time for that, so he chose to replace with a different motherboard, and we are happy with the results. We really see the results. I can do my editing there, I can do my developing when I'm working from home. Obviously, I'm using this computer that is connected to this with 3 monitors, so I'm RDPing whenever I'm working from home. He went with the decision to buy a super quiet case that is called Be Quiet, and it's a limited edition. It's something that was the Be Quiet company produced 3,000 of these cases, and our case is actually 207, and this number has some significant or sentimental value for us from back like 10-15 years ago, so it was a surprise for us. But yeah, it's a really nice case, which I like. It's next thing, my husband wants to build the computer for himself. And after he built everything, we got into conversations about if, like, now he's planning to build his own computer. And I asked him, if you were to build my computer again, would you build it from different parts, or would you do it again the same parts? And he said he's super happy with the decisions he had. He actually will use the majority of the same components, the same parts, with a few different modifications for his needs, because the computer he's building for himself are for other needs, not the ones that I have. So the majority of the parts that he used, he will be using for his personal computer as well. So that probably tells you that he's happy with the results and with the decision he went to build this computer. Actually, it took him a while to determine which parts to do. He's really thorough with his research. He read a lot of resources, information, visited a lot of websites, forums, watched a lot of YouTube channels, YouTube videos, watched different webinars, and so many different resources and so much information that he had to go through to compile a list of the parts he wants to put into the computer that he built for me for the needs that I have at this time. And he believes that this computer should be sufficient and enough for me, for the needs that I have for the next 5 years. It won't have to be changed anything. It should work. And it was one-time investment. We invested in it for the next 5 years. So yeah, that is my new favorite toy, let's say that. And I'm super happy with the results. It saves me a lot of time when I'm trying to balance all of these things that I have, balance work, balance family, and trying to do this passion project that I have, my YouTube channel, where I'm sharing with you the information and experiences that I have, and also learning from you. So yeah, this is the part that I wanted to share with you. Hopefully you found it interesting, and if you're in the process of building your computer, hopefully you found some good recommendations, or at least see that with what we went, and hear that it works for us, it works for the needs that I have. So if you're curious, visit the description below to see all the parts that were used to build this computer. Talk to you next time. Bye bye.